So dear friends, today we are going to discuss the decision making chapter, marginal costing, CVP analysis, decision making, etc. The first thing is, what is this marginal costing? I'll just run through that. Today's class, tomorrow's class, I will be taking very advanced problems from the basic level so that you get understanding of the concepts as well as advanced thinking on it. Here what happens, friends, the marginal costing is a technique of costing which helps the management in the decision making process. Now, decision making concerns profit maximization, profits, and profit is the difference between sales revenue and cost. So, decisions may concern revenue. Then the objective will be create the alternatives. Suppose I am selling products, 5 products A, B, C, D, E. Which product I should produce? Which product I should not produce? If I have to take the decision, that is called as product mix decision. It concerns maximization of revenue. The product which contributes the highest will be taken. Second type of decisions are cost driven decisions because profit is the difference between sales and cost. So cost, you again create alternatives. I want to buy a computer, so I call for 3 quotations. I will choose the one which is lowest, subject to the other constraints. So, I repeat, the object of any business is concerned with maximization of profits. Profit is the difference between sales and cost. The decisions are of 2 types: revenue driven decisions, cost driven decisions. If it is a revenue driven decision, you create alternatives always, and choosing. Decision making is nothing but creating all the possible alternatives and choosing the best course of action. Revenue is product mix decision, maximization of revenues. Export markets, maximization of profits. Cost based decisions, minimization. Make or buy, shut down or continue, these all come under the shutdown or continue decisions. Now question is, what is marginal costing has to do with it? How will you apply this technique of marginal costing? Marginal costing is based on the assumption. The total cost comprises of 2 elements, the variable cost and the fixed cost. The variable cost is an activity cost which is incurred in proportion to the level of production. It's like you are going in a scooter or a car. The distance covered and petrol consumption are related proportionately. Variable cost is the cost which is incurred in proportion to the level of production. It's an activity cost, whereas the other type of cost is the fixed cost. Fixed cost is a period cost which is incurred in relation to time, and it's based on capacity. Therefore, fixed cost in marginal costing technique will be ignored. because it will be there whether you are going to produce a product or not. So for decision making, fixed costs are ignored. So marginal costing is a technique of costing which helps you in decision making by splitting the total cost in two parts. One is variable cost and the other is fixed cost, and ignore the fixed cost and apply the variable cost. Sales minus variable cost is the contribution. Instead of profit, you are taking decisions based on contribution. That's all. This is how the entire subject is analyzed. See friends, you are trying to, it's a risk analysis. Every businessman, every one of us are making decisions. Sometimes you take decision without thinking. But when you apply this rational technique, rational, common sense for decision making, you will get the answer. Friends, I want to buy an apple, 50 rupees per apple. Suppose if I want to buy 1000 apples, I can get it for 20 rupees. Why? So, all these are driven by the technique of marginal costing. That is the first step, which you all have learnt in intermediate. Now, we are now in the final exam and I am in the last two classes. So, I am going to take very advanced problems and apply from the basic levels. So there is no option for me except to run it off like this. Then you get an understanding. It's very, very important from the examination point of view, marginal cost. Okay friends, so let me start straight away with the advanced decision making process. In that I will explain everything basics to advanced level. Are you okay with me? Please tell me, are you okay? I'll do like that.